I first came to know Christ as my personal Lord and Savior when I was about 23 years old. I had already had an opportunity to finish high school, go into the military, and at that point felt that I became a man, majored in business and minored in economics, came out wanting to make a lot of money, and here at 23 years of age I was at a point where I was financially independent pretty much for my work. I was newly married, about a year, and that was not going that great. And Marcus had turned in a way that made it where I was basically financially insolvent, and I didn't know where to turn. I lost a sense of reason to live, and turned on the TV one morning and realized that not only was I financially insolvent, but I was spiritually bankrupt. Got on my knees and I asked the Lord to come into my life, and all that I am, all that I'm not, I was His. At that point, I felt that there was a sense of peace, that things were going to work out, and I needed to get back to going to church, and so the next morning I did go to church. I was glad I made that first step, not realizing that when I said all I am, all I'm not, I'm yours. I now could see things differently than I did before. And so I started giving where I wasn't giving before. I was very greedy and I wanted things for myself. And as I gave, more opportunities came my way. And within 6 months, I was financially out of debt. When I was 45 years old, they pulled a tumor out of my chest and they told me that I had an incurable medical condition. And so they changed my focus a little bit at that point in time. I was blessed with a woman that I married that is a registered nurse. Some 4 years ago, I'd actually died. And after, my wife was trained obviously to bring me back. And the miracle of the whole thing is after 30 years, she chose to do that. I started learning more about the kingdom of heaven, not here, but also what was happening in the next world, because I started giving hope to others that were in a similar type of situation. I was able to pray with them, give them peace, give them the opportunity to know Christ for themselves, because a lot of people were without any hope. Through that, I've been able to have peace that passes all understanding. I've been able to be blessed with a lot more years than many of the physicians had thought was possible. I think just as the disciples did, they had trials and tribulations in their lives, and sharing the gospel and preaching the gospel. Many had given up their life. We're kind of blessed in this country where we don't always see the price that people pay for the gospel, sharing the good news. But the benefits outweigh the price that you pay.